What's going on, Washington Commanders Nation? It's your boy Rio Robinson back with the latest and greatest on the Rambling with Rio YouTube channel. I got my group chat gang with me. I got the war room with me today, fellas. We're 5 days away from the season opener at Tampa Bay. How are y'all doing right now on this Tuesday night?
Amazing.
Smooth, man.
Hell
Bro,
yeah.
for real.
Hell yeah, man. I'm ready to go, man. Last time we all got together was at Pascal's house for the NFL draft. I'm going to go around the room for a second just to see how everybody's feeling, and we can get into game-by-game picks and what our record predictions are for the team in 2024. Starting with my guy, Stunner. Jalen, how are we feeling 5 days before this first game?
I'm lit. I'm lit as shit, actually. Like, I don't know the last time I've been this excited for week one, probably since the RG3 year, and I try not to talk about that too much. But we don't have adequate quarterback play. It don't live up. You know, the hype ain't really there unless you delusional like we've been. But yeah, I'm lit. I'm ready for my man Jaden to go crazy week one.
My boy Tay, how we doing right now, boy?
Man, I'm ready to roll. I'm just words can't even describe it, man. We went through the process of no quarterback, man, and we went through some rough years as a group chat, man. And I'm ready to roll, man. Ready to get this thing rocking.
I'm ready to get it rocking as well. Okay, Dan Quinn, he got his hat to the back. He said he want to get this thing rocking. All he missing is the Dan Quinn, the fingers. You know what I'm saying? Alex, how are we feeling right now 5 days before this first game, boss?
Would I be wrong for saying cautious optimism? I mean, I think we like they said, this is not a rebuild. They'll go call it a retool or recalibration. Man, it just feels good to feel like we actually might have one. It pisses me off that I see everybody else talking about, oh, he's gonna be special. I'm like, dog, chill. Let's just
everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Let's just see it come to fruition, man. But it's hard not to get excited. And finally, I know we've said it time after time again, man, but this time we know for sure it's being built the right way.
Everybody keeps trying to put the cart before the horse, right? They're trying to put us there before we arrive.
Man, and it's just week one, man. I can't believe that we are just X days away, you know. And I'm fucking over here getting nervous right now. It's just like, damn, man. Like, let's see what this show really fucking looks like, man. Like, it's crazy, man. We like Tay said, we've been through hell in that damn group chat, man. And it's like, damn, bro, maybe just maybe, bro, shit is finally turning in our favor, man. Because 3 decades is a long ass time, Pippin.
It's older than some of the people in the chat, to be perfectly honest. It's been really bad in here, man. But Pascal,
this is my first year as a fan where the team is not the team that Dan Snyder built. This is the first time, because it's been since 2000 really. Bought the team in 99. It's like 2000. I was a kid, you know what I mean? So this is the first year that the team in Washington will play football, and it's not the team Dan Snyder built. Man, I already know that, like, come Sunday at about like 12:50. No, not 12:50. My bad. We play at 4. At about 4:15, 4:10, bro. I'm gonna be like, I'm about to play in the game. Like, my son's about to play in the game. Like,
oh yeah,
I'm terrified. Super hyped, bro. Terrified. I'm super hyped.
Oh yeah, man. We get to start. We gotta watch a whole slate of games at 1 o'clock before our first game comes on. So the nerves take all day to set in, and they just hit you all at once right before the game starts. Zach, 5 days away. We all got a quarterback now. We see the change that's coming here. How are you feeling right now?
Man, it's game week. Winds of change is here, just like you said, man. Too lit. You know, it felt like it went fast. You know, it went fast because we're so focused on everything else happening, all the changes, the entire roster turned over. I mean, if you're not excited now, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what the fuck to tell you if you are not excited now. Speaking of the quarterback, we finally have one. Even though we haven't seen him play yet, this is the first time we went through a summer where we don't have to hear the media trying to create good practices for the quarterback. Like, he legit had a summer where there was no clear bad practice on the entire summer schedule, working backwards on the list here. Pascal, what is your confidence level and rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels?
Yeah, I think kind of what you said. It's the practices for me. Like first of all, how many training camps have we watched and listened and read updates on? I mean, like we could go through the list. Like I guess I won't do it, but every year, basically, for the last 7 years, been a new quarterback in the training camp. We're like, how's he doing at camp? How's he doing at camp? This is the first time I feel like it was actually, like you said, he had a good camp. Like there's been more highlights that the team has posted of like big plays or good plays than we've ever seen. So, I mean, that combined with the fact that I feel like Cliff is a great offensive coordinator for him specifically and his running ability. I mean, I'm feeling confident that one, they're going to kind of like do things in a way that's easy for him to pick up. And two, that he has the mental capacity to take it because that's what he's shown so far. So the combination of his athletic skills with his mental makeup has me feeling super confident that he'll have a strong rookie year.
Mustard seed man. Alex, talk to me about your confidence level in JD5.
I get nervous because I'm like, damn, man, it really seems like he's got it all figured out. And it's scary to even say that for someone who's just entering the league. But when you hear Coach Quinn talk about how he carries himself, how he's prepared, I know you guys might remember there was a point where Brady I think it was a rookie premiere, where he spoke to all the rookies about how you need to be engrossed in what you're doing, the willingness and what it takes to be great. I feel like Jaden definitely took something from that. That wasn't just a sit down or like a formality type of gathering. Whatever Brady said that day, he took it to heart because he came in here. It wasn't a facade to be here at 5:30 in the morning. It wasn't a facade to, like he's going to come in here and endear himself to his teammates. Everything that has been advertised is what he's been. And I'm like, shit, I just can't wait to see it on Sunday. We saw the glimpses in preseason, but it's just like, damn, I want to see that full picture. And, bro, it's hard. It's hard not to be excited for this shit, man.
That boy's special, man. I think we finally got that golden goose. Hey, talk to me, Coach Quinn. How you feeling about your quarterback, showstopper?
I'm gonna piggyback off of what Pascal said, and just that Cliff is like the perfect coordinator for him. I think it's going to make the transition for him that much better. So we get to year 2, year 3, and I'm not trying to look too far ahead, but I think they're going to put him in a spot where he can succeed right away. Then year 2, year 3, maybe you start seeing him in the pocket a little bit more, under center and stuff like that. But I'm pumped, man. I love Stunner brought it up earlier about what he said, what Dan Quinn said about him on third down, that it'll snatch your soul, and I'm just pumped to see that. Preseason, we got like a little teaser, man, and I'm just ready to roll, man. I love Jaden Daniels, man. At first, I was a Drake May guy, I admit it, but man, I'm
converted believer, baby.
I'm all in on Jaden, man.
Absolutely.
You got on that Carolina blue.
He do. Zach, talk to me about Jaden Daniels and what it feels like to have our guy. Do we have our guy?
There's been a lot of quarterbacks that have come through here over the years, and it seems like a lot of the confidence has been like manufactured, right? Like we faked the funk almost, and like tried to see all the good in everybody, And this time everything's been legitimate, even from the preseason game, he made the right decisions. He's doing all the little things that we've been looking forward to. So I'm excited, man. I think we got one.
I think we got us one as well. Close out the subject. The person who was singing the praises of Jaden Daniels before the rest of the group chat and held firm and consistent throughout the whole time with his Stevie Wonder shades on. Talk to me, Stunner.
Man, I just want to tie it back to what you guys said at the beginning, talking about the practices, because that really is like what made me feel more vindicated about, the belief that I had for almost a year now. Because to be honest, the one practice that I was at, boots on the ground, was honestly probably Jaden's worst practice. But if we can all remember, that's like the first time that he showed his legs and had like that 75-yard read option. So what that showed me is that he's just the type of playmaker that can turn the game on his head in one play. So he doesn't have to have a perfect day like a lot of these quarterbacks for us to win games, because of the capability of, what he can do with his dynamicism, with his legs and his arm. We've seen the pinpoint accuracy, even the days that weren't great, like the Jets. We saw him dime up Zach Ertz in a monsoon, right? So he's consistent. And even with that consistency, he dabbles in some splash plays that makes you realize that, like you said, we got us a golden goose for sure.
Washington dropped its first official depth chart today. Well, did they drop it? It felt like John Keim released that shit like academics releases leaked Drake songs. He just dropped it on the timeline on a piece of paper. I haven't even seen a graphic or anything on the team site or anything yet. We got 4 rookie starters, 3 on the offensive side of the ball. We got a rookie that we didn't know that was going to be on the starting lineup. And then we got an alternative adjacent depth chart where Diami's starting on one. So Luke is starting on one, Diami's starting on the other. Pascal, how did you feel about the first depth chart that we put out this year?
Luke starting is I mean, are we assuming that they've been hiding him in the preseason? I know there was clips definitely of him playing with the starters in camp, but in the preseason, did he run with the start? I mean, maybe a little bit.
He did. He most certainly did not.
Like,
from what I saw.
Yeah. So were they hiding him? Because we've heard reports that he barely was cracking wide receiver 4. But also Adam Peters drafted him, and he's the McCaffrey. So it's like, I mean, that is very surprising, especially because like Diami been out here grinding, doing his thing that he does every offseason. That and Coleman are really the only. Coleman's not even that surprising. You know, they clearly want to get him out there, see what he can do. So I'm going to just say McCaffrey, if he's actually starting over Diami, that's surprising. I feel like it'll probably be more of a rotation, but I'm going to be watching very first play to see who the first wide receiver is out there at Z.
How about on the defensive side of the ball? Forbes is starting on the outside opposite St. Juice. Is it how it's supposed to be, or are we disappointed that Michael Davis, who was brought here to start opposite St. Juice, didn't win out the starting corner job?
Honestly, I think you do start Forbes. I think you do, because you got to find out pretty quickly whether or not he's going to be around at all. So Michael Davis is more of a guy where you kind of know what he is. You brought him in because you needed a veteran in depth. Forbes, he's here, so you got to see what you got. Who we played week 1? Mike Evans is gonna Mike Evans. Yeah, I'm not gonna say nothing too reckless, but Mike Evans.
St. Juice about to lock him up. What you mean, Benjamin St. Juice?
Well then Godwin's gonna destroy Forbes. But I think you do. I think you do start Forbes though. I think you do start Forbes. Maybe I'm
okay. Zach, anything that stand out to you on the depth chart, or the same 2 main ideas that we just got into?
If our GM in his first draft got a franchise quarterback and a starting left tackle out of the same draft, it's huge for building our roster going forward. And I'm not sure if anybody has really grasped how big that is. If he turns out being what they hope that he will be, which is a stalwart left tackle, that changes the trajectory of this team. So that was the first thing that came to mind.
And that's a great point that you bring up, because Jaden Daniels, the guy we took with the 2nd overall pick to be the franchise. Brandon Coleman, a guy that we get later in the draft to start at left tackle. A possible future defensive captain in Mikey Sanders still, who Nick Saban called the best pound-for-pound player in the draft. Luke McCaffrey is now starting at wide receiver, not to mention the rookie we haven't even got to see yet, who may be the most talented non-quarterback we took in the class, Jerzon Johnny Newton. Are we talking about a draft class with potentially 5 hits and 4 of which are starting off rip? That's already night and day difference from Ron Rivera's era. Alex, depth chart, talk to me.
Bro, from your lips to God's ears, man. I'm gonna just say it like that. If we do hit on all 5, bro, that is insane. I'm not gonna say I'm surprised by Forbes. And the one thing I've done throughout this entire process is just trust whatever it is they're doing. They preach competition, and we saw that it was exactly that. And I think to everyone's surprise, when they traded Jahan, that's exactly what that was, man. Ain't no cupcake, ain't no holding hands, man. It's either you're gonna ball, cool. I really appreciate and applaud them for not trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. If he didn't fit or serves what we were trying to do in this offense, it's fine. Thank you for what you've done. It's nothing personal. We're just moving on, man. We're just moving on. We'll get it right next year, man. But dude, man, as far as Diami, I don't know, man. Shit, I know Diami's going to do his thing. I know Lou going to do his thing.
Diami's going to do his thing.
Yeah,
What exactly is that thing you know he's going to do, Alex?
Brother, maybe it's some shit that Ron was missing this whole time, bro. And maybe we just had it all fucking wrong that these guys can't evaluate shit. You know what I'm saying? You had a high school coach over there fucking coaching our DBs, not doing a lick of shit. You see what I'm saying, bro? And we can get on Forbes all day, but Benjamin St. Juice looked like somebody at some point. It was okay to be like, man, he could develop into something. Forbes, we ain't really seen that, but they're saying that he's doing this thing in practice, man. Well, we gonna find out come Sunday at 4:25. But man, look, if Diami starts shining, bro, Ron should never ever fucking have another job in the NFL again. I think he has a home in the NFL Network because it ain't in the motherfucking sideline no more, bro. I tell you that much.
NFL Network's cooked.
I'm not mad at that statement, but now that you say it, we did speak about this in the chat earlier. Ron is most certainly the worst coach we've ever experienced here, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Be, right?
I would say yeah.
Because he was empowered. Yeah.
He was. I was gonna give him a little credit for the turnaround, making us respectable.
Yeah.
These guys.
He got us the number 2 pick.
Those drafts were insane.
Yeah.
22 of his 33 draft picks are gone in 4 years, bro. Has that ever been done in the league before?
Traded Trent Williams for a 3rd and a 5th.
He told Trent Williams, future Hall of Famer, you gotta earn your spot on the roster.
And after everything he said, man, he said, "Send me my Super Bowl ring." He said, "Send me my Super Bowl ring." And Adam Peters said, "I'm gonna send all the players you drafted somewhere else."
Oh my God!
You're about to be golfing with him.
Hey, talk to me, Tay.
A couple things. First one is left outside linebacker with Dante Fowler. I thought that was strange. I don't know what their plan is with him. So that normally he's a DN from what I recall, but I'm interested to see how that turns out. But Luke McCaffrey, man, he gets up with Jaden 5:30 every morning. I'm just saying there might be something there. I personally think they hit him this preseason because I think he was personally the best receiver in the preseason. And why did he not get any snaps with QB1? But we'll see.
Maybe he's been getting some secret snaps that none of us know about when it comes to this shit.
Did
Jalen,
y'all draft him? Did y'all draft him? Anybody draft him?
And Luke in fantasy?
Yeah, you got him. Oh, okay.
No.
All right. Okay.
Ain't no fucking way you drafted Luke McCaffrey.
Dynasty.
Okay.
I'm about to say, Tay, ain't no fucking way in like a 10 or 12 man league you wasted a pick on fucking when none of us had any idea. Not even Alex positive ass is doing that.
Nah, definitely not.
They gonna find themselves to get that white man with her. They gonna give him that white man. He gonna give him that white man one way or another.
We can never let him live back the white mammoth, but my guy Jalen, the 53-man roster. And if you want to piggyback on the Dante Fowler thing too, because I believe you mentioned as to why he's listed as an outside linebacker in the chat at some point.
I just think that was for a number standpoint, for optic standpoint. I do think that he might stand up in particular situations because if we look at Dan Quinn's, defense in Dallas, he played a lot of positionless football. Michael Parsons was in the one tech sometimes. He was playing off-ball linebacker. He's playing 5-tech. And I'm not saying that Dante Fowler's that type of talent, but he is somebody that can stand up. And I'm not necessarily sure he's the best in coverage, but he can stand up and rush from a 2-point position. From a 2-point stance as well as a 3-point stance. And I think we got a defense full of chess pieces. I think Dom Hampton is a chess piece. I think Frankie Louvu is a chess piece. That's why this depth chart doesn't really do too much for me. It doesn't move me one way or another because I was out in training camp and I saw Luke McCaffrey getting a lot of run with the threes. So it's a hard time for me to buy that we were hiding him. Like he's Terry McLaurin in 2019. I don't think he's popped like that. And Diami was doing this thing in the games as well as in practice. So I think that it's like Pascal said, it's going to be a wide receiver 2 by rotation. One thing I'm interested to see is does Noah Brown play this week? Because that's a lot of a playbook to be taken in for somebody that was brought in less than a week ago.
I think he is. I think they're going to I think that's why you see Jaden at practice at the end of the day trying to help him learn the offense because he needs his veteran ass out there versus Tampa Bay on Sunday. That's a really good defense returning 10 of its 11 starters from the year before. And Noah Brown is more productive than 98% of the room not named Terry McLaurin. So I think you're definitely going to see Noah Brown's ass out there for week 1. The roster, the 53-man chart, at the end of the day, we have what we have. I'm ready to get going. We got a game in 5 days. Let's make some picks. I've already buried the lead. I've already put out that I got us going 8-9 this year. I'm going to hold to my picks and let y'all get y'all shit off because I want to know how we're all feeling. I had to go through this exercise a couple of times because I kept getting the number higher than I was ready to do in year one of everything new. So to start off our schedule record prediction episode, Jalen, Washington at Tampa, W or L to start the season?
W. Jaden Daniels debut party. The line getting smaller and smaller in Vegas, so it seems like they know something. The total is rising, so it seems like they think some points is going to get it put on the board. And I think I like Washington's chances in the shootout, Jaden Daniels versus Baker Mayfield.
Yes, sir. I got us winning this game as well. I'm not going into a long-winded explanation. Shocking all the sequel. RG3's rookie year, but on steroids. Jaden's going down there to kill Tampa on Sunday at 4:25 p.m. Eastern Standard. Tay, win or loss to start the season?
I'm going to say loss. I just don't think defensively we'll be able to hang with a Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, McMillan, Baker. I think them boys going to get after our corners on the outside, and I think it'll be a high-scoring game. But we'll take an L this week.
Okay, Alex.
I was on the fence with this one, man, but as we've inched closer, I just feel like Jaden specifically wants to set the tone for what he's going to be in his career. Not saying there's going to be an outlier for it, but he wants this one bad, bro. He's not coming to fucking run. I know the guys are going to rally around him, and it's a Todd Bowles defense. They're known for being aggressive. We're going to get a chance to see how he handles that kind of pressure. I got faith, man. We taking the dub in Tampa.
Pascal.
Kind of the same thing where I was really trying to not get to a certain number of wins in the episode that me and Tay did, but that's where I ended up at. However, I do have them losing in Tampa week 1, and it has really a lot to do with these cornerbacks and the Bucs wide receivers, and I absolutely hope I'm wrong.
Bro, the Mike Evans downfall starts this year. Y'all are jazzing.
I believe it will start this year. That's fine. That's fine. It's not starting against Emmanuel.
I'm about to say, is it starting against us, though? It may start
against
this year.
Benjamin St. Juice. It's starting against Benjamin St. Juice.
Oh,
are we saying this is not a 1K season this year, Stunner?
Bro, the downfall. What he get if he gets 1,001? Like he's gotten that before. That's not great. That's not great. Terry McLaurin had that last year. We talked about him like he was some ass last year.
Mike Evans,
Mike Evans, but he got a bunch of 1,003 yard seasons that they be 1K every year. Yeah,
Jalen said Mike Evans got the Angel Reese 1,000 yards.
Marshawn Lattimore be clapping Mike Evans every time. Like you can't be elite and a quarterback have your number like that. Like he's good. He might bust our ass, but y'all making him sound like he Justin Jefferson.
So Pascal, you got us losing?
I got us losing. It's about the corners and less about the receivers. To be honest with you,
Jesus Christ,
it could be anybody, and I'm gonna pick them to beat the cornerbacks we got right now.
That's
except
fair.
for Sanders.
That's very fair.
Zach, we're getting a dub week 1. What we doing?
No, I got a L for us against the NFC South champ. I just think the newness of what we have going on. I think it'll be a tight game. I got an L to start the season.
Okay, so you got an L to start the season. I got Tay with an L, Pascal with an L, Zach with an L, me, Jalen, and Alex with a W to start the season. I got us start the season like last year, but it's going to look different. 2-0 because I got us going a season sweep of the New York Giants. Pascal, do you have us starting 0-2 and losing to these Bamas in New York?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Definitely going to be a 1-1 start. Definitely beating the Giants. And that's kind of a statement game. Maybe not for them, but for us, because the Giants have been bad for years, except for when they play us, when Daniel Jones has been an MVP level quarterback. Wide receivers like Isaiah Hodgins have been offensive player of the year level receivers. So this is for the fans, I feel like, a statement game where you have to come out and show that this is a new era, because if the Giants come out and you can't score 2 touchdowns on them, it's
gonna look real ugly in the light real early, and you're gonna start hearing the crazies come out, the casuals. Oh my God, Adam Peters and Dan Quinn need to go. We picked the wrong guys, all that shit. Let's try to avoid that. Pascal got us with a dub, just like I do. Zach, we're beating the Giants week 2, right?
We are. You know, this is an offense that Dan Quinn knows well. He owns them. So I think we win decidedly. I'm talking 10 or more.
Okay.
A statement win for sure.
I want a blowout. I want to blow Daniel Jones and them up out of there when they come down there, man. But Alex, what are we talking about? I already know where you going with it, but let's go.
Man, look, man, y'all already know they already canceled Malik Neighbors and Jaden Daniels fucking bet, but you know these boys both had this game circled, man, and either one of them or both are going to show their ass, man. But we taking it to New York on this one, man, and I'm gonna actually give them credit. I think their defense is a lot better than anyone's gonna give them credit for, and this could actually be one of the better games we see through the season. But I still have us handily, taking care of New York because ain't no fucking way we going through that shit again. We got ourselves one.
There's no way these woes to New York continue with all the new that we brought in here this season. Tay, week 2.
Week 2, we about to smash them. It's not even gonna be close. I think with Jaden, with all the hard knock stuff, I think he's gonna take that personal. Dan Quinn is like 8-0 against the Giants. I don't think it's gonna be close.
I don't think it's gonna be close either, bro. I think we're gonna win like 30-13 or some shit like that week. Jalen, talk to me. Week 2, we going 2-0. We going streaking.
I guess it's chalk because I think we busting their ass too. Y'all made a couple of good points. Dan Quinn drags his nuts on Brian Daboll like every fucking time they play. And I think Jaden is cerebral enough to take a lot of the stuff that y'all mentioned, like the matchup with Malik Neighbors, like the hard knocks, them talking about is he smart enough to, regurgitate and play things of that nature. So I think he's cerebral enough to take that game out to heart. He continues on, that breakout party that we expecting.
Yep. Okay. So me and Jalen both got the team starting at 2-0. And Alex, me, Jalen, and Alex, we drinking the Kool-Aid of the new that is here in DC. Crazy. Unfortunately, I have us being humbled on Monday Night Football versus the Cincinnati Bengals, but I'll put a little context to my prediction for this one. I think we show up. I think we play a hard-fought game, and it's going to be one of those heartbreakers where we have a chance, but we do some Washington shit late in the game, and Joe Burrow takes the soul out of what remains of us in the fourth quarter. I got us losing one of those games where we end up losing by 10, but it was a one-possession game with 4 or 5 minutes left in the game. So I got us going to Cincinnati. They're going to be wearing their white Tiger uniforms. I got them beating us and us falling to 2-1. I want to go back to one of the guys who has us undefeated right now, Alex. Are you going to muster seed it out and call us 3-0 versus the Bengals?
Ain't no mustard season. This cabbage patch. I'm gonna tell you right now. Look, I don't know the fucking streamer's name, but he was online talking to Jamar Chase, talking about he was gonna get his ass strapped up. He was going to. He was like, you know what? Watch, I'm gonna have something for y'all. Listen, brother, it's Monday night.
Oh, you talking about the Rondo guy?
Why the fuck would you be poking and prodding at Jamar Chase? You know what I'm saying, bro? And I feel bad because I know more than likely it's gonna be Emmanuel Forbes out there.
You don't think Manny Forbes ready to go run the ones with Jamar?
How many stepfathers does this man have in the league already, brother? You know what I'm saying, bro? I feel bad for him. I really feel like Jamar Chase probably is going to go crazy, but I just don't see us taking it to the Bengals. It'd be nice.
I do have a question for you. Would you rather Emmanuel Forbes running the fade with T. Higgins or Jamar Chase?
I'm taking my chances with T. Higgins. Fuck
I'm about to say I'll take it with T, bro, because hell nah, man.
He is a big body receiver, though. Is he ready for all? He might get dunked on.
We don't know who the fuck he ready for real, man.
And Jamar dunk, spin, curl,
put it between his legs.
Everything to that boy. What?
East Bay, flush over the back of his head. Good gracious, man. Watch your head, Charlie. Shit is crazy.
Alex, like myself, has us taking a loss in week 3. Jalen, Monday Night Football. We at Cincinnati. What we doing?
That's an L because like Pascal said regarding the Tampa Bay game, this is where I'm really scared about the corners because Jamar Chase is the receiver that Tay and Todd was making Mike Evans sound like. Yeah, he's about to, I don't know what he about to do to Emmanuel Forbes, but that's about to be baptism by fire in front of national media. So this is the game where we're going to be like, oh, why we ain't signed Stephon Gilmore? So yeah, that's an L.
Oh, that's gonna be one. It's gonna be one of them nights for one of them typical Washington primetime nights. Zach, talk to me.
No. I rebuke that. You can't. Dan Snyder's gone. We can't keep talking like that, Rio.
You're correct. You're right. Okay, you're right. Fair. That's fair. That shit. Okay, we gotta move on to our new relationship. We can't keep trauma dumping on our new relationship.
We got to.
You're right. So we're going in with a clean slate. Tay, Monday night. Somebody got to call the upset. Are you going to be the one?
No, I don't think Jamar Chase is going to be playing, but I think we're going to lose on the road.
With
I was
Jamar
thinking that
Chase
too.
out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if he's not playing, I mean, shit. I mean, but go ahead, do your
I think
thing.
the defensive coordinator is pretty solid. I just think it's going to be a lot on the road, and I think Burrow's going to get the best.
Dang, we going Heisman for Heisman on a Monday night, and not a slice of optimism in the room right now. Pascal, are you calling the same, or is this one of those games we might just get for no reason?
Early season Bengals don't scare me a lot. Early season Joe Burrow doesn't scare me a lot. I want to pick a win, and the only reason I'm not is just because it's tough for me when I'm putting them up against a team that has cohesion in terms of quarterback, roster, coaching staff, and we just don't know what these guys are yet because the players and the staff and everybody's new. So I had to say loss 1 and 2.
The storyline of Joe Burrow and Jaden, 2 LSU dogs who kind of had that meteoric rise. Like, that's the storyline we ain't touching about. We know the competitors they are. That's another game that Jaden might just have circled because it's against his LSU alum. You see what I'm saying? I mean, shit, we could probably have one fantastic ass showdown on Monday night. Not saying it's going to win. Jesus Christ, man. I just feel like this kid's probably going to show up, man.
Yeah, this is an L. We got to come back to reality here a little bit. This is one of the better quarterbacks that we play all season, and I just think it's going to be a lot. I like us to be competitive. We'll be on the big stage, but yeah, I just think it's a little too much early in the season when we're still trying to figure things out too.
But could you imagine what it would do for this team if we pull this fucking game off on Monday Night Football in front of the whole world? Jaden Daniels goes and takes Joe Burrow's food. That would be
outplays him.
That would be a fight. Our group chat, we would be talking crazy in there. Like, we would be saying all time. Tay would be going wild in the group chat, bro. Tay would be MVP already. MVP already. Tay would be talking crazy in the chat, man.
Shit.
But let's take it to a quarter of the season. See, this was the tricky game for me because I kept getting to 9 wins when I did not want to go past 8 on my prediction. So this is the game I eventually ended up flipping on. The Cardinals have a similar trajectory as us, but they have a franchise quarterback already established. They got young Maserati Marvin, some young peaches Dortch. They got some Trey McBride. They got some young pieces on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, there's a lot to be left desired there. We can score on those guys. I got us losing in the desert. That desert is not an easy place to play for whatever reason, for however bad they were last year. They gave Bama some go, and they fought when Kyler got on that field. So I got us losing a close heartbreaker and falling to 2-2 versus Arizona. Pascal, start us out.
First of all, I love another 4:00 game. I caught up to you because I got us beating the Cardinals. I just think they're kind of on a similar plane as the Commanders. Like, you got Kyler, of course, they got Marvin Harrison Jr., but they're still kind of a figuring themselves out team. Kyler didn't play all year last year and whatnot. And so, yeah, I gotta win there for Washington.
Alex.
Everything but the kitchen sink. That's exactly what Cliff Kingsbury is going to throw at his old fucking team, man. You might think he ain't going in there with no fucking grudge. And you heard the stories about how he's been rejuvenated as a coach, having someone like Jaden under his tutelage. Man, I feel like Jaden understands the assignment as well. He's somebody who clearly understands the history. I remember when he came out with the Doug Williams jersey. He gets it. You know what I'm saying? He knows what's going on around here. So if you don't think he's waking up for his coach for this one, oh, sure, they're gonna put it on. And I'm waiting. I'm looking at the schedule, trying to just feel like, where is there gonna be a game where the defense is gonna break out? It sure shit ain't gonna be this one. But you know what I'm saying? I feel like Jaden and Cliff, they're going to have some shit ready for the Cardinals, man. It's going to be a fun game.
I'm glad you brought that up, too. That is a big storyline that week because they talk real greasy about Cliff Kingsbury down in Arizona. I got Cardinal fans texting me, he's going to do the same shit he did here. And I'm like, yo, our quarterback can actually see over the line, so it may not go the same way it went in Arizona. But, Tay, win or loss in the desert?
I got us win here. I think that Cliffy going to be ready to roll.
Yeah.
Jaden, he's going to be ready to roll. Going back to Arizona, Arizona State, I think he's going to be ready to put on the show there. As Jalen said, he's very cerebral about things like that. So I got them winning, and I don't think it's going to be close. I think they'll bottle up Kyler Murray. I think it's not a Ron Rivera defense. You know, I
Bottle
think
his
this is
little
Dan
ass up.
Quinn physical. We're gonna hit the quarterback type of game, and I think we're gonna win this one.
Anyone, anywhere, anytime. He sounded like Joe Witt over there. Zach, we winning in the desert.
I gotta win. I went back and forth with this one a little bit, but I like the storylines. I think it's gonna be interesting. I gotta win here.
Let's close us out. Stunner, what we doing in the desert?
Well, I got an L. I get y'all talking about Cliff and his grudge, but Kyler has a grudge too, and he's the one playing in the game. And I think that Kyler is on his revenge toward this season. So it doesn't have much to do with the Commanders as much as I think that Kyler Murray is going to put the league back on notice. Because if you can remember what he did to us in 2020, he had the defense running in circles that day. It was like it was crazy.
Sure
it was
did.
like it was crazy. Like so I think that he might have one of those type games against Washington where it's just like we can't get shit right. He's breaking tackles, breaking out the pocket, running all around, a la 2020.
All right, so through a quarter of the season, we pretty much all got us at. We all except Alex have us at 2-2. Alex has us at 3-1, and we all got us at 2-2. Correct? Am I right so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds about correct through a quarter of the season. The schedule gets a little tricky the next 2 weeks. We got 2 AFC North playoff teams with title aspirations. If Deshaun Watson can find like 60% of who he used to be pre-Predator allegations, the Browns may really be a problem in 2024 because that defense is top 3 in the league. It's big time. They're coached well by Kevin Stefanski. I got us taking the L here. I want to redo the last time we played Cleveland because when I think about that game, that was my son's first game ever attending, and Carson Wentz and that team laid the nastiest egg in the world to give my son his first experience at the stadium. But I don't have us redeeming ourselves in this one. I got us taking the L to Cleveland again, and that was one of the few games we've seen since he returned that he actually looked like Deshaun Watson again. Stunner, back to you, Stunner. Are we beating the Browns this year?
No, this is an L. Kind of along the lines of what you said. You said top 3. I think the Browns might have the best defense come the end of the year. I think their corners are better than our receivers. I think their D-line is better than our offensive line. I think their linebackers match up well with our running back. So, I mean, it's a push all the way around. You know, Deshaun Watson seems to, like you said, he seems to only find his groove against Washington. So that happens. Yeah, it's a bad mix. It's all bad. So I got to
maybe, just maybe the slump buster shit like died with the old Commanders, the old Redskins and football team. Let's cross our fingers on that one. But Tay, how about, do we have any luck versus the Cleveland Browns left in us?
Nah, I think they're just going to out physical us. We're still in year 1 of rebuild, recalibrating. I just think they're a physical team, and we can't. That AFC North football is going to get to us. Especially we're going to be at home, but I just think that I think it'll be a low scoring game. I think it'll be like a 2014 type game, but they'll be in control for the majority of it.
Alex.
Yeah, that's an L for me, man. It'll be a tough game. I think it'll definitely be one of the times where this team maybe just, I don't want to say drop the ball. I don't see them dropping the ball. They're just really challenged, and you will get a good gauge of where they are or where they want to be in the future. But I don't see it for them against the Browns, man. Hopefully, everybody gets out the game healthy and good, but just compete, man.
The Baltimore Ravens. This is a game I have circled because for whatever reason, I guess it's because he's black and he's fast and he's mobile. Everybody wants to make the Lamar Jackson comparisons with Jaden Daniels. I think he closer relates to the guy we played the week before back when he was in Houston, but everybody's going to be putting this all over your TV screen. Lamar versus Jaden, the present versus the future, all that type of shit going into the Baltimore game at Baltimore the day before my birthday. I don't have us winning it, but I just hope we show up and represent because this will be another one of those games, the Battle of the Beltway and Lamar versus Jaden. Everybody's going to be paying attention to it that week. Jalen, how do you think we fare in this one?
This is a dub. You know, we always good for one shocking win, whether it be the Eagles in 2022. I don't think we had any of those last year. We had wins few and far between. But I think this is the one shocker that, you know, Washington football gets. And yeah, I think that Jaden arrives and outshines Lamar in a battle of the future versus the present, like you said. And I also, sorry, Tay, I also think that the Browns defense is what everybody thinks the Ravens defense is. They lost a lot of pieces and they lost their defensive coordinator. So Jaden about to set their ass on fire.
Okay, so Jalen calling the upset. Tay,
I got a loss here, 2-4.
Alex, how are we doing in Baltimore?
Yeah, it's an L right here, man. I know they'll show up, they'll compete, man. Again, I don't really foresee us getting blown out by any team this year. That'll shock me the most, if anything. But this game against Baltimore, it's not happening.
Pascal,
I got us losing to the Browns. I don't think you asked me that one, so that's fine. And then the Ravens, I've also got us losing again. I agree with like what Jalen said because they do, they did like lose pieces. They lost McDonald, but just again, first year, new group versus group that's kind of been doing their thing a little bit. So I'm gonna just go ahead and say loss 2-4.
I got back-to-back losses, man. Back-to-back losses in this one. Good team. Again, I just think we're still new, trying to get everything together. Back-to-back losses.
the next week, we got the Jersey retirement game. We finally get the idea and put a team that's either equivalent or lesser than us on a day we retire a legend's number. Dale Green's getting his number retired. We get the redemption arc year of Bryce Young versus Jaden Daniels. So this year's number 2 overall pick versus last year's number 1 overall pick. Zach, right back to you. Carolina, I know you got some boys that are Panthers fans. How are we doing this week? Talk your shit.
Yeah, this is our get-back game. Yeah, I feel like we're going to put something on the map here. This is a statement game for sure. With all the storylines going on, as you mentioned, I see an easy dub here.
Easy dub. Okay. I think Bryce Young is going to be one of the most improved players in the league this year. Pascal, I know you were high on Bryce Young coming out. What are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, no, it's for sure a win, especially coming off of 2 losses, back-to-back losses. The Panthers, new head coach, they've got the kind of current Dan Snyder-ish kind of guy. And I just think, I don't know. We'll see about Bryce Young. Ultimately, he might be too little. It's got to be a win. You got to beat the Panthers, and you can't lose 3 straight with the Panthers being one of those losses.
No, you definitely can't lose 3 straight with the Panthers being a third of that loss. I know I've got Bryce Young having a much better season this year. I don't know how much better in terms of win and loss, but I know he's going to look a lot better. The eye test is going to look different this year. Alex, are we beating Carolina?
Oh, absolutely, bro. I'm ready for the storyline to become this thing or the powerhouse. It's IMG, correct? That CJ Stroud and fucking Jaden Daniels both get hail from.
I know they're both from the IE in California.
I remember on the pivot, man, Jaden was just talking about, like I see guys like Bryce Young going, and he like, nah, I'm better than these motherfuckers. He flat out said that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll do it. I'll pace him. He's not coming here to fucking lose. So, well, Bryce ain't coming here to fucking win a game. Not on Jaden's watch. And if there's any game where he think he ain't losing to somebody, it's this one, shorty, for sure.
I don't want to see Commanders Twitter on an evening after Bryce Young outduels Jaden Daniels. That just doesn't feel like a good night for the casual. Like they're gonna, it's gonna be a bad night of. There's gonna be people talking about play Marcus Mariota. It's gonna be toxic. I don't want to see it. Tay, we keep our winning ways.
Another 4:00 game, which I love. I think we're gonna smack them. It's not even gonna be close, bro.
Why is this game at 4:00? Like, there's no coast change. They're right down the street from us. Like, why the hell is this game?
Showcase. Jaden
got some time. Jaden Daniels, Bryce Young.
Yeah, you gotta get some love, man. We ain't got too many prime times, but 4:00 is normally game of the week territory.
Yeah, we're gonna smack them. I think it's not gonna be close.
You think we're gonna smack them?
Yeah, I think we're gonna smack them.
Jalen, talk to me. What we doing? What we doing to them?
That's a win. The Panthers suck.
Yeah.
So y'all don't see no progress in the season?
Nah, I don't think Xavier Legit is the one that's going to cook.
Oh my god! And the matchup that everybody has circled on their schedule this year: Caleb Williams, the pride of Gonzaga High, DMV's own, number 1 versus number 2. I got us winning this game. I got Caleb absolutely frying in his homecoming trip to DC. I got him going for like 380 and a few touchdowns on. But I got Jaden Daniels also going crazy and leading us down the field on a game-winning drive to win this one. I got us winning this football game versus Chicago. Jalen, that's your boy. Talk to me about Caleb when he comes to town.
You know, that's my boy. Proud of Bowie. Proud of Bowie's going to come back home and get a dub. I hate to say it. I'm high on the Bears, though, whether that be Hard Knocks. I think they got a dominant corner in Jalen Johnson. I think Montez has this game circled. If you just heard that article that he did where he was talking about how he felt like the Commanders just left him to dry. I think the Bears are going to be better than a lot of people think this year. So that's an L for me, and I got them at 500 after 8 games.
Typical Washington for a player to leave here and suddenly hates everything about the organization. But the organization was actually bad. So I believe him and his feelings. And it's very valid. Tay.
Loss here. Bears defense is going to be crazy this year. Bears defense about to be wild. And then I think our corners are going to struggle with their receivers. 3 and 6.
We picking first in the draft again, Tay? God damn.
No, we getting there, bro. We getting there. Hang with me.
Alex.
Yeah, the Bears gonna have them boys tooting, man. I ain't gonna hold you, man.
Hey, we just afraid of Chicago. I know they good.
No.
They good.
I'm not afraid, bro. I know we are wearing our black jerseys that day too, and it's not the curse. That's not a real curse anymore. We're not wearing black that day. I thought we are.
Dawson.
Oh yeah. We ain't wearing that jersey. That shit's out of there, man.
Yeah, I ain't wearing
honestly, Rome, Keenan, motherfucking DJ. It sounds like problems, and more headaches and shit for that fucking secondary, man. At least our corners. We don't know what the fuck they're gonna look like, and all that we're doing right now is just going off the presumption that they're gonna be ass, and those receivers are going to take that.
And we still struggling in the secondary. Yikes!
Man, I don't know, man, but I mean, I expect a shootout. Perhaps, maybe it's not going to be a shootout, but I ain't got no faith in them boys out there, bro. Everybody else cool. Them niggas, nah.
I'm gonna give Joe Witt a chance to show me what his team talking about, because if he really is what he's hyped up to be, Bama's might be in position to make plays and to shut shit down off of X's and O's alone. They just gotta be there. Exactly.
I'll claim the blessing. Man.
Prayer circle for the secondary.
The outside corners. The
outside corners exclusively, man.
Trapping in that inside, man. I don't like the idea of Roma Dunze mano a mano with Mikey Sanders still, though. That scares me, man, because Roma dog. But Pascal, Chicago, we beating Caleb.
I got us getting back to 500. We're beating Chicago. You know, Caleb's going to be a good player. He's going to have a great career, but I think Caleb's highs are going to be highs, lows are going to be low. I don't know why. I think he's just going to have a bit of a low. Maybe it's the return to DC. Keenan Allen will be hurt by this point in the season. I'm going to just go ahead and say 500 getting back on track.
Damn.
Keenan Allen will be hurt by this point of the season. That or he will be extremely out of shape. Because did y'all see him on Hard Knocks this summer? Why was Keenan Allen out there? Motherfucker out there looking like me running receiver. What's going on with it? He tried to layer up his practice uniform so he didn't look too crazy on Hard Knocks.
Sweat that shit
big back here.
Strictly a possession receiver.
Motherfucker was out there, John, looking like Johnny Newton running routes and shit.
Crazy.
Darian, man.
Not just.
Shout out Big Phil for actually making the roster. Zach, are we beating Chicago or what?
I got us taking an L, man. Really balanced team. The coaching doesn't really impress me at all, but as good as they are, you know, on defense, they have a lot of weapons on offense as well.
Whole bunch.
So yeah, I got us taking the loss.
New York Giants, the second game. I told y'all I'm calling for a fucking sweep. We are riding our broomsticks into a 3-game win streak on my schedule prediction, because I got us beating the Panthers, the Bears, and the Giants. We are retiring the words Mickey Mouse win streak now that everything that used to happen here is gone. This is a real win streak. Yeah. We just ran off 3 in a row. I'm going to start with Pascal on this one. New York Giants on the road.
on the road, you're still beating them. Come on, man. It should make a difference. Again, like we've established, Dan Quinn versus Daniel Jones knows how to shut him down. You're above 500 now. You're 5-4.
I have us completing the sweep, just like you, man. I agree with Pascal also. It shouldn't make a difference. Dan Quinn owns these guys. I mean, plain and simple. Daniel Jones is Daniel Jones. So at the end of the day, the quarterback matters. So.
Yep, and I'm tired of losing to Daniel Jones, and Dan Quinn, for whatever reason, seems to have his number.
I also have us winning this game, and unlike you guys, Daniel Jones will not be playing this fucking game. I think this is the end all of this experiment. The resources that they have allocated and put forth in front of him,
spicy.
Bruh, I just don't see it, man. I don't see it. I don't think Malik Neighbors can save him and shit, man. Maybe.
Are we talking Tommy Cutlets or are we talking Drew Lock? Who we talking?
I don't fucking care who it is, but they not winning that game, and I just don't expect Daniel Jones to even be there for that, bro. I think that shit gets wrapped up. And you know what? Maybe it's just our luck. Maybe that'll be the last game he plays. If he does play November 3rd, yeah, that'll be the last one.
I want him to play because I have a fucking vendetta against Daniel Jones because I'm tired of losing to his bum ass.
We smacking them Dayball's on the hot seat 4-6.
4-6. Okay. You sure you got 4? You got 4? You got 5 wins so far. You got 4, Tay?
4.
Okay.
That's a win. The Giants' ass. Worst team in football. And I hope every Giant fan watching this hears what I'm saying.
Worst team in football. Okay, so you got them even being worse than the New Orleans Saints this year.
Yeah.
We're going to see them in a couple weeks down the schedule. The next game on the schedule, this is one I feel in my heart of hearts we're going to win, but I didn't pick it because the numbers game. At this point, we're playing the numbers game. I already have us winning versus Tampa, versus New York, and versus the Panthers, the Bears, and the Giants. This would be 4 wins in a row, and this would have us sitting with 6 wins with a whole bunch of games left on the schedule. I'm not really ready to take it that far yet. That ass quarterback room, they slogged through the finish line, and they beat us in this game. This is a Mike Tomlin, TJ Watt special. It's going to be something like 17-14 type game, and we're going to lose. It's going to be on CBS, and it's going to be ugly as shit. I got the L in this one. I'll start with Tay.
We're going to win. I think we're going to win this game.
Yeah.
I got it like a 27-14 type game. 5-6 Commanders, 2-game win streak.
That's a good team right there. Okay, I like it, Alex.
Depends on who we're playing, man. I don't really have that much confidence in Russ, and maybe Justin can make it interesting. He has before. I allow one sad Thursday evening. Honestly, man, like I'm with you, real. I'm kind of like on the fence because we have Gabriel Steelers their little due diligence in business, you know what I'm saying? And we broke them before we could break them again. But I think we're gonna lose this one, bro.
I got a dub. I think we're gonna see a Joe Witt masterclass, and he's gonna have these quarterbacks in hell. So
okay, dub. Pascal.
Like you said, it's the numbers game. I've got them getting back to 500, 5-5 with a loss to the Steelers. We'll just say Mike Tomlin, a good coaching job.
Okay, I respect it. Jalen, Pittsburgh.
That's a win. I think this is the start of, like, if we're going to make the playoffs, this is where we need to get a couple of games because you got a divisional gauntlet ahead, and I think. You start with the Giants. I think we got the potential to start a little run if we really talking about 2012.
Hell yeah. And just to start speeding through the schedule a little bit, we got a little divisional gauntlet. We got a away and home, including a primetime game versus the Philadelphia Eagles on Thursday Night Football in the middle of November, and a close to Thanksgiving game at home versus the Cowboys. I want 2-game predictions here. I got us going 0-2 here. So we're coming off a 3-game winning streak and going into a 3-game losing streak on my record prediction. So Dallas game and Philly game. Talk to me.
Yeah, I also have us going 0-2. Not much to say here. Year one, again, I'm not expecting a whole lot, but I'm expecting us to be competitive during these games.
Yep, we always compete our ass off against the Philadelphia Eagles. I got us getting one of them during that last stretch of the season. I don't got it happening here.
Bingo.
1-1. Philly got it on Thursday night. Dallas first game at home. Dan Quinn playing his old team. I've got the Commanders taking that one.
Revenge game. I love it. I love it.
6-6.
They gonna be playing hard for this guy because, as we've noticed since Dan got this job, that man carries a level of reverence and gravity to him. So they're gonna be fighting their ass off to get that Dallas game for him. Alex, 2-game stretch.
Where am I at right now?
I got you with 5 wins right now.
Yeah, I definitely got us going 0-2 in this one. not even because of the record standing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm with Todd. I feel like we probably could split one of these games and maybe we surprise, at home playing against Dallas. But realistically, man, just 0-2, man. Our time to shine against this division ain't coming just yet. It's coming though.
I got 2-0, putting us at 7-6. We always play Philly tough.
2-0 through that stretch. We would be on a high.
Dan Quinn familiar with the division. Dallas is about one injury away from being a mediocre team.
Sure.
I got a 7-6.
1-1, like Pascal said, I got us losing to Philly. First home game against Dallas, though. I think that Dan Quinn drags his nuts.
Oh, I like it. We talking spicy through those 2 games now. How many games y'all got before this final stretch right now? What is your win totals right now as we go to this last 5 games of the season? I know I have wins against Tampa, 2 versus the Giants, so that's 3. 5. I got us with 5 wins going into our final 5 games. How about y'all?
7-5.
5.
I'm at 5 right now.
You got 7 right now?
7-6 for me.
Ooh, y'all got 7.
It's got to be one less than that.
Yeah, I'm at 5 right now, right? I am.
Yeah, it's 12 games, right? Yeah, it's 12 games. It's not 13, so there's an extra
6 and
game
6,
when you're
yeah.
6-6. Okay. I got us, skip the bye week. I got us winning our next 2. I got us beating Will Levis and the Tennessee Titans. They got a rookie head coach, Bill Callahan's son. Was it Brian Callahan? They had as busy offseason as us. They signed 1,000 new players and made a bunch of moves as well. Added Calvin Ridley to that wide receiver room. I like our quarterback better than your young quarterback. We don't know what Will Levis is yet. He has to be one of the most untalked about second-year quarterbacks of name that I've ever heard. Like, I don't think anyone said the name Will Levis all offseason, and that shit is strange to me. I got us also beating the Saints because I think that is the worst team in the NFL. I think Spencer Rattler will be playing when we go up to New Orleans. That is Jaden going back to the Bayou. Give me a blowout dub. Chase Young may be playing if he is not already, fell victim to the nightlife in New Orleans, because the U
Street Thanksgiving weekend might have him cut.
Hell yeah. Oh no, this is in New Orleans. This is in New Orleans, brother.
Bourbon Street. Thanksgiving before that.
Oh yeah, he is gonna be at you. That's a good point. He's definitely. Oh my goodness, I got us winning these next 2 games. Jalen, Tennessee and New Orleans.
Yeah, I got us winning those 2 as well, especially in New Orleans. I think Jaden puts on the show returning to Louisiana.
Damn, you got us with hella wins going into this final stretch of 3 straight.
It's about to get a little ugly.
It's got to, because that you got us going on fire headed into a playoff team, a potential playoff team gauntlet of Philly, Atlanta, and Dallas.
I've got us going 1-1. I think I've got a dumb loss against the Titans. Ain't nobody saying nothing about the. I have not heard a word about the Titans since the Michael Vrabel mess. Really, but I'm gonna say a dumb loss against the Titans and then a makeup win against the Saints.
A makeup. Well, there's got to be a dumb loss on everybody's schedule because it happens to. It's a long fucking season and it happens to the best of them.
That would piss me off. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. A dumb loss to the Titans just sounds fucking asinine, bro. Right now, man, I'm sitting at 5, so this is gonna be 6 and 7. I'm with y'all. I feel like we shouldn't fucking lose to the Titans. And like you said, return back to Louisiana, man. We definitely should fuck around and beat the Saints. So I'm gonna just go ahead and say, coming out the bye, yeah, we went 2-0 in that stretch.
2-0. Okay,
Zach. Yeah, I'm taking that stretch.
2-0. I think the Joe Witt masterclass is continuing. I think by this time the defense is clicking, communications on lock. And you're talking about two quarterbacks at this time that struggle or are rookies if Spencer's in. So I got us 2-0 here.
I'm at 7-5 right now. I got a loss to the Titans 7-6, and then we're gonna blow out the Saints 8-6.
Okay. 8-6 going into our final three. Okay, I like it. I like it. I like it. So we're going to let's put these last three together, the three amigos, because I think these are going to be three playoff teams to close out the year. I got us losing 2 in a row to Philly and Atlanta. I think the Atlanta Falcons are going to have a chance in the whole conference this year. I think Kirk and them boys are going to be clicking on all cylinders. Raheem's going to have that defense smacking shit, that safety combo of Justin Simmons and Jesse Bates on offense. He got Bijan, who should go absolutely berserk. I think we finally see the Kyle Pitts that we expected to see when he was drafted out of Florida, the superhuman. And Kirk has what, and he may unlock Drake London. They're going to be a really good football team. I got us losing a close one to Philly. I got us losing to Atlanta at home, which I hate because I got so many friends that are Falcons fan. And I got us beating Dallas on the last game of the season. And I don't even got them doing it because they're resting starters. I think that's our morale game. That's our identity defined. We are going out on a high note. 8-9. We doubled our win total from a year before, and we took it to Dallas's starters to close the season out because Dallas is still playing for something at this point. I got the Commanders finished in 2024 with 8 wins and 9 losses.
Man, I'm pretty much almost in line with you, bro. I honestly said this season I only see it at 6 and 7, maybe 8 if we beat a team that we aren't supposed to. And like you said, that team for me is Dallas at the end of the season, man. Wrapping it up, there's just no way we're gonna fuck around and go 0-2 to them. I should feel the same way I do with Dallas about Philly, but I know, they're a tough out, bro. You know what I'm saying? They'll do what they got to do. But I'm right in line with you, man. Same way. We'll probably definitely lose that game to Atlanta, a loss to Philly, but we'll wrap that shit up against Dallas, man. We got to. Jaden's not going to start off his fucking Washington career going 0-2 to fucking no goddamn Dallas. That just ain't happening.
Absolutely.
I'm kind of with you. I got us losing the 2 against Philly and Atlanta, but then I got us sweeping the Cowboys to end. I think that would have us at 10-7. I think that will have us at 10-7.
This nigga got us with 10 wins. Okay, Jalen off the Kool-Aid. We love to see. That's not the person I would have anticipated to have us winning 10 off the rip. I guess Jalen's calling us pussy. He's saying we're afraid because of the past, and we're too afraid to call our shot. Hey, how we finishing up this season?
Lost to Philly. I think that Falcons game gonna be a Sunday nighter. Big game, playoff implications.
Yes,
I think we lose to the Falcons 0-2, and then I think we beat Dallas at the end of the year, sweeping them 9-8.
9-8. So, quick question for Jalen and Tay. Jalen, you have us at 10-7. Tay, you have us at 9-8. Starting with Jalen, are we in the playoffs with that record?
Yeah, wild card slot.
Wild card, so the 7th seed most likely. Tay, are we in the playoffs with 9-8?
I think we're hoping for teams to lose.
So we're playing the mathematically eliminated game. Okay, so we're playing the decimal point game to close out the season.
Like you and Tay, I've got a loss to the Eagles, loss to the Falcons, and a win dress rehearsal against the Cowboys.
And you got us finishing with what record in 2024?
8-9. So
Pascal, talk to me.
Some other guys.
Okay, Pascal, talk to me.
I got you, Jalen. All right, we're losing to Philly, but you come out next week. You're forgetting Kirk Cousins, a late season playoff seeding on the line in the NFC South. Kirk Cousins doesn't show up. You beat the Falcons, okay, and then you come out against Dallas. You got to win to get in, and you beat Dallas. It's that simple. You get to 9-8, and you get in the playoffs just like that. Because you got Kirk and Dak, and at the end of the season, meaningful games.
Oh, man, we're talking playoff football in year 1 of Dan Quinn, Adam Peters, and Jim Albert. Okay.
I said I wasn't going to do it, but I did it.
Okay, we're going to close this out with everybody's boldest Commanders take for the year. And I'm going to work from right to left as I'm looking at you right now. I'm going to start with Zach. Your boldest Commanders take for 2024 can be positive or negative. Shoot.
I would say Jaden Daniels wins Offensive Rookie of the Year, but that's not that bold. That's not that bold at all.
Yeah, because he is number 2 in the odds. Get bolder.
Very plausible.
Yeah. Get bolder.
Let's go.
I'd say we win more than 10 games. I know I predicted 8 and 9, but if we're going bold here, the floor is very high.
Nigga just threw his whole record prediction away.
Lean into it.
He said, "Oh, get bolder." He said, "Hold my beer."
Right. Ceiling is high.
Boulder, Super Bowl.
Oh man, Pascal, give me yours.
All right. This is crazy.
He about to say Diami Pro Bowl.
Oh my god.
How, bro? Don't ask me how. Diami Brown 1,000 yards.
Oh, I knew it was Diami.
Oh god. That might be worse than mine.
You said bold, bro. You said bold.
Stupid as shit.
You said bold, bro. You said bold. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me how. That's 58 yards a game.
Alex, bold prediction for 2024.
6.5 sacks for number 52.
For James?
Situation in a row. 6.5 sacks in a situation in a row, Shawty.
That's bold. That is
coming
bold.
through scream. I'm letting y'all know y'all gonna pick this motherfucking 50. Bring me back.
I guess we know where the clips are gonna come from this episode because this shit is getting real out of hand.
Nah, don't do mine. Don't do mine.
Right, Sam bold, bro. 6.5 is crazy.
No, that's good. We won't take that. Tay, raise the bar. Let's go.
Jim Nagy, Senior Bowl Director, Puka Nacua, Luke McCaffrey has a Puka-like year.
So you're talking 13, 1,400 yards?
Not necessarily 13, but I'm going to say 11.
1,100 yards.
9 to 11.
Oh, we are high as shit.
Baby
right now.
MC.
Yeah, just cut this whole segment out there.
Yo, if Luke McCaffrey goes for 1,100, Adam Peters getting a statue off rip. He's getting a statue in front of the Northwest Stadium off rip. Jalen, what's your bold prediction?
Give us something good, cuz. Give us something good, dog.
Emmanuel Forbes leads the league in interceptions.
Shit. Oh shit!
Come on, bro. Deron Bland, Trayvon Diggs. What we talking about? Dan Quinn, Joe Whitford. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right.
Nine picks, 3 pick sixes on the year.
9 picks and 3 pick six, nigga. On God, if
that's deep, bro. That's DPOY.
If Emmanuel Forbes is a defensive player of the year candidate, I will buy the elite untouchable jersey for 3 niggas in the chat. Jet is crazy, son.
Oh, bro. And when it happened, you gotta clip this.
Oh no. The clips of this video will all be coming from this section right here because this.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a week to do this shit. My fucking mic cut now.
I'm gonna put a bow in this episode by making my bold prediction to close it out. Let me look straight in the camera. My prediction for 2024 is Dorrance Armstrong will have 17.5 for the Washington Commanders.
Yes, sir.
17.5 because this guy had 7.5 sacks playing 60% less snaps in Dallas last year. My bold prediction is Dorrance Armstrong making $15 million a year is going to look like a discount because he's going to come over here and he's going to give us Hassan Reddick type production. That is 17.5 sacks for Dorrance Armstrong. So we got Luke McCaffrey getting 1,100. We got Jalen saying Emmanuel Forbes is going for 9 picks and 3 pick sixes. Pascal got Diami Brown over 1,000 yards.
Mine's not that crazy no more.
No, I gotta step my shit up now.
Alex has Jamin with 6.5 sacks. Do you want to recant yours or you're gonna stay with yours, Zach?
I'm locked. Oh, you're talking about me.
No, I gotta raise the bar if y'all doing crazy shit like this.
No, you changed your win total, so I think your shit was bold. But if you got something, shoot.
Bold prediction: 3 1,000-yard receivers.
Oh God. Oh shit. Oh shit. What
Trio.
was that? What was
Trio.
who was the third receiver on that Cardinals offense when it was Anquan Bolden, Larry Fitzgerald? Who was the third nigga with 1,000 in that offense? Y'all remember?
Steve Bruston.
We have Steve. Remember when Kurt Warner had 3,000-yard receiver? Hey, see, this is why the chat knows ball. The chat knows ball.
Yeah,
Do
pull
y'all-
that out the chat.
So Jaden,
that was
Jaden's going for like 4,500 then.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh,
I need to put my parlay in now, then, bro. Like, what you talking
Jaden's
about?
going for at least four. At least four.
Hey,
He's
that
still
is
getting bought up first, Eckler.
that is how you wrap up a group chat podcast. The War Room has spoken, and we know where the clips are going to come from. Roast us in the comments. Matter of fact, don't roast us. Leave your boldest commanders' hot takes in the comment below. We are 5 days away from Washington's season opener. That is the War Room, and these are our predictions for 2024. Until next time, hail to the Washington Commanders. On the way out, here's a word from our sponsors. Deuces.
Michael Vick here at BetUS.com. Get it all. Huge bonuses, great odds, a race book, live in-game betting, and a casino. BetUS, my online sports book and casino.